Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be teaching you how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Okay, so the first step to solving the cube is called making the first layer. So in this step we make one color and we have like the side here matched up like this, but if it was like this, you have one color but it doesn't match up on the side. So I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so when you start your first layer, firstly you want to pick a color to base your whole layer off. So I'm going to be showing all my examples in white, and I highly suggest you do too. So we look around the cube for all the white pieces. So white, 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 and white. So I'm going to choose this one to base everything around, and we put that like just here in the bottom right, like that. What we want to do now is we want to have a look in the top layer for any pieces with white on it. So this piece here has white, and this one over here also has white. And then we want to have a look at this. We want to have a look at this piece that we already chose. This one has orange and blue, and this one has blue and red. So the matching color here is blue. So we can put this, so blue has to go here, so we put it above the spot because the blue is next to the blue like this. And we put it so the corner is in the top right with the spot in the bottom right like this. And then now we do our first algorithm. So an algorithm is a set of moves that does a certain thing that you want to do without messing up everything else. So this algorithm is 4 moves. So we go like this. Like that, and I'll just reverse that and do that again. So like that. And now you should have 2 pieces solved like that. Now we do the same thing again. So look in the top layer, this one has white, and this has orange and green, and this piece here has blue and red, so none of these pieces match. So we can look at this piece instead, and this one has orange and blue. And we put the corner on top of the slot on the right side, like this. And we do the algorithm that I showed, so. And in this case, the last case, the corner just solved, but in this case it didn't, so we just keep doing the same algorithm until the corner solves. So do it again. The corner still not solved, so we do it again. Okay, so now we are on to, and then you just basically just do that to the last corner, but as you can see in this case, we are on to one of the special cases. So there are a few special cases, and we have one here. So if one corner is twisted in its own place, meaning that if you twisted the corner, it would be solved. That means that you've got this special case. So we hold on the right side as usual, this, and we do our algorithm. So like that, and then it's out here, and we can do it again until it's solved. So, and it is solved. So let's just get on to another troubleshooting special case. Okay, so another case you might get is if 2 corners need to be swapped adjacently. So we have these 2 solved, and these 2 need to be swapped. So what we do is we get one of the corners that need to be swapped on the right, like this. So this one's wrong, so we just do the algorithm. And then we put it above its usual slot, and we do the same thing, so. And then we just solve the last corner, like that. Okay, so now we are on to the last layer. So, the first thing you want to look for in the last layer is to see how many yellow pieces you have at top. Since white is opposite yellow, we have to look at like the number of yellow pieces that are facing upwards, so towards us. So in this case, there's 2. In a case like this, we have 4. And in a case like this, we could have 1, or we could have 0, of course. So if you have anything that's other than 1, well, firstly, if you have 4, like this, then you are on to the next step. And you've skipped a step, so lucky you. If you just have 1 upwards, then I'll get onto this later. But for now, I'm going to be going over if you have 2 or 0 pieces facing upwards. So if you have 2 or 0 pieces facing upwards, so we got 2 here. What we want to do is we want to look at not these ones, but the other ones. So this piece and this piece, because they don't have yellow facing upwards. And we want to have a look at yellow on the side of them. So this one has the yellow on the sides here, yellow on the sides here. And we want to get one of their sides facing left. So see, this one is facing left. If this one is not facing left, it's facing towards us. So we need to do this one. And we do this simple algorithm. So and in this case, it takes us to no corners up, which is fine. And we face yellow to the left again. Or you could do this. It doesn't matter as long as yellow is facing the left. So then you just keep continuing it until you have 1 corner facing upwards. Okay, so when you have 1 corner facing upwards, we want to put it in the same spot that we would face our yellow to the left. But in this case, we'll put the solved one there, so like this. It's in the bottom left. And then we do the same algorithm, so pretty simple. And then we are on to the last step. Okay, so there's a few cases that you could get here. You could either get 2 corners that need to be swapped adjacently, meaning that they're right next to each other. You could have a diagonal swap of corners like this, where they need to be swapped diagonally. Or your cube could be solved, which is very lucky. This only appears 1 in 6 times, but I will be showing you how to solve it if your cube isn't already solved. Okay, so it's most likely that you've got an adjacent corner swap. There is a 4 out of 6 chance, so that is 2/3 of the time you'll get an adjacent corner swap. And this should mean that there are 2 pieces solved right next to each other, and there's 2 pieces that need to swap, and the top should all be yellow. So we get the 2 pieces solved, we just match them up like this. Well, you don't really need to, but it helps. So you just match up the 2 solved pieces with the rest, like that. And we face it like this, and we do this algorithm, so like that, and your cube should be solved, but possibly your cube could look like this, and all you have to do is adjust the top, and solved. Now, in the case of a diagonal swap of corners, this is just as rare as getting a corner solved, so a 1 in 6 chance. So there's a 1 in 6 chance of diagonal, 1 in 6 chance of solved, and 4 in 6 chance of adjacent corner swap. In a case such as this, where we have the diagonal swap, we just do the algorithm I showed you before. So like that, and then you should have the adjacent corner solved, and you can just finish everything off. So match it up, and like that, and solved. So I will show an example solved now. If you're pretty confident that you can solve it by yourself, well done. You don't have to keep watching this video. But if you're still not so sure about what you're kind of doing, then you can just watch this example solve. So I'll just scramble the cube with everyone. So get white with green facing front, and we will do this. So if I was going too fast, you can rewind the video and watch what I was doing again. So firstly we need to look for white pieces. So we have one here, one here, one here, and one here. So I'm going to choose this one, and we put that in the bottom right. And we look at the top. We have this piece here. So it has green and orange, and that's it doesn't match with any of these colors. So this is actually quite a good example. If you have this, if it doesn't match with any of these colors, it actually has to go diagonal. So like that. So we put up about the slot, and we do the algorithm. So like that, and it solves. So we look at the top, we have this one here, and this has green and red. This is green and red. So we do it again, like that, and then we have our last one, which is actually a special case over here. So we take it out, and then we can put it in, and we have the first layer solved. So now, let's see, there's only one yellow, so we put it in the bottom left, and we do the algorithm. So like that, and we have an adjacent corner swap. So these two are solved, and they're already matched up, and now we can do our algorithm. So like that, and your Rubik's Cube should be solved. So thank you for watching. I really hope that this video was a lot better than my previous one. I'll have a link in the description if you want to watch that, but I think this one is a lot better. I got some requests to make a new one because the old one wasn't as clear. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.